Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak Up English. I'm Alex, and today I want to share something that can totally change the way you learn English. If you've ever felt like you forget words just after learning them, I get it. It happens to all of us. But today, we're going to fix that. In this video, I'm going to teach you some special techniques that will help you remember English words for good. These aren't just any tips. You'll learn methods that actually work and will help you use the words you learn every day. By the end of this video, you'll have some powerful tricks to start using right away. Trust me, you don't want to miss this if you want to speak English like a pro. Let's get started. All right, let's talk about something we all deal with: forgetting words.
You learn a new word, and then just like that, it disappears.
But why does this happen? Well, it's not because you're lazy or bad at learning English. The reason is actually much simpler. You haven't learned the word deeply enough. Think about it like meeting a stranger. You see them, maybe even talk to them for a minute. But the next day, you forget their name. Why? Because there's no real connection. You didn't spend enough time with them to make them memorable. The same thing happens with words. If you just see or hear a word once, it's like meeting that stranger. It doesn't stick in your mind. So, how can we fix this? The trick is to make words real for you. When you use words in real-life situations, you're connecting them to experiences that matter to you. The more you interact with a word, whether you say it, write it down, or even think about it while doing something, it gets stronger in your brain. For example, let's say you learned the word charge today. Instead of just reading it in a textbook, you could connect it to your own life by saying, I need to charge my phone before I go out. That's real. Now the word charge has a place in your life, and it's much easier to remember because you're using it in a situation that's meaningful to you. And this is the key. The more you use a word, the more it sticks. It's like making a new friend. The more time you spend with them, the more you'll remember them. So don't just memorize words. Make them part of your day-to-day life. That's how you make words your friends and remember them for the long haul. All right, now that we understand why we forget words, let's talk about how to make them stick for good. These next few techniques will completely change the way you approach learning English vocabulary. Let's get into the first one. Technique 1. Use words in real sentences. The first technique is using words in real sentences. I can't stress this enough. Just repeating a word over and over in isolation won't help you remember it. What you really need to do is put the word into a sentence that makes sense to you, something you would actually say. Think about it. When you use a word in a sentence, you're not just memorizing it, you're bringing it to life. It's no longer just a random word you learned from a list. It's a word that belongs to your life, something you can use in your everyday conversation. Let's take the word carry as an example. Instead of just repeating charge like this, carry, say something like, can you help me carry these bags to the car? Now that sentence feels real, doesn't it? You're not just memorizing a word, you're using it in a sentence that's relevant to your life. Another example, imagine you're learning the word. Instead of just repeating borrow, try using it in a sentence like, can I borrow your pen for a second? Or I borrowed a book from the library this morning. Again, these are sentences you could say in real life, so your brain makes a stronger connection to the word. Let's take another example with the word excited. Instead of just repeating it, think of a real situation in your life.
You might say, I'm so excited for the concert this weekend. That's something you would actually say when you're looking forward to something.
By saying it out loud, you're connecting the word to a real feeling, excitement. The key here is to practice speaking the words you learn in sentences that are relevant to your life. Don't just memorize them, live with them in your sentences. The more you use them, the easier it will be to remember them. Technique 2. Make the word personal. Now, let's move on to technique number 2. Make the word. When you connect a word to your own life, your brain will hold onto it much longer. Personal connections make words stick because they become part of your real experiences. For example, let's take the word nervous. How many times have you felt nervous in your life? Before an interview, speaking in front of people, or even just before meeting someone new. We've all been there. So instead of just repeating the word nervous, think about a time when you really felt nervous. You could say something like, I was really nervous before my job interview last week. Now, you're not just learning the word nervous, you're connecting it to a real emotion that you've experienced. That's how you make the word stick in your mind. Here's another example with the word happy. Instead of just repeating it, think about a time when you felt truly happy. You could say, I was so happy when I passed my final exams. Now, the word happy is connected to a positive memory, something your brain will easily remember. Let's do one more. Think about the word relaxed. Maybe you felt relaxed after a vacation or a good day at the beach. So, you could say, I felt so relaxed after spending the weekend at the spa. Now, every time you think of the word relaxed, you'll remember that moment of calm, and it will be easier to recall. This is the power of making a word personal. When you connect it to your emotions or personal experiences, it becomes a part of you. That's how you make words unforgettable. Technique 3. Visualize the word. All right, moving on to the third technique, visualizing the word. Your brain is much better at remembering images than abstract concepts. So, if you can visualize a word in your mind, it becomes a lot easier to remember. Let's take the word climb. Instead of just saying it over and over, close your eyes and imagine yourself.
Maybe you're climbing a mountain, or perhaps it's just a small hill near your house. You can even picture climbing a tree.
Now, picture it in your mind. What does it feel like to climb? How does it look? How does it sound? Now, say the sentence, I want to climb that mountain. You've just visualized the word climb in your mind. You didn't just say it, you felt it, and you saw it. Your brain now has a much stronger memory of the word because it's connected to a visual image. Let's do another one with the word storm. Close your eyes and imagine a dark, cloudy sky. You hear the wind howling and rain starts pouring. Can you hear the thunder in the distance? Now say the sentence, the storm last night was so loud. By visualizing the storm, you've made the word more real and easier to remember. Another example is the word bright. Instead of just repeating it, picture a bright, sunny day. Or maybe you're imagining a bright yellow flower. Now, say, the bright sun woke me up early this morning. By visualizing brightness, you create a mental image that makes the word stick in your mind. Visualizing words is a powerful technique because it connects the word to something your brain can easily recall. So, the next time you learn a new word, take a second to close your eyes and imagine what that word looks like. The more vivid the picture, the stronger the memory. Technique 4. Learn words in context. And finally, technique number 4. Learn words in context. When words are part of a bigger picture, they're much easier to remember. It's like learning words in isolation doesn't work as well, because they're just floating around in your mind. But when you group words together by topic or theme, your brain has an easier time making connections between them. For example, let's say you're learning words related to the weather: cloudy, stormy, breeze, and rainy. Instead of memorizing them separately, group them together. Now, create a sentence or a story using them. It was cloudy this morning, and the breeze started to pick up. Suddenly, a heavy storm hit, and the rain was pouring down. Now, these words are all part of a bigger picture, and they're easier to remember. Here's another example with food-related words: sweet, sour, spicy, and bitter. Group them together in a sentence like, I love sweet desserts, but I can't handle sour or spicy food. By learning words in context, you create a story that ties everything together, which makes them much easier to recall later. Let's do one more. If you're learning words related to family, group them together like this: mother, father, sibling, and cousin. Now, create a sentence like, my mother and father are coming to visit, and I'm meeting my cousins and siblings at the park. By putting the words together in a story or sentence, your brain forms stronger connections between them. This technique works because it helps your brain see the relationships between words. It's not just memorizing individual words, it's learning how they fit together in real-life contexts. By using these 4 techniques: real sentences, personal connections, visualization, and context, you'll turn any word into something that sticks with you for the long term. You'll be able to use these words naturally in conversations, and your brain will remember them much better. The more you practice these techniques, the easier it will become to make new words part of your everyday English. You won't just be memorizing vocabulary, you'll be using it in real life, and that's what makes all the difference. Now that we've gone over some powerful techniques to remember words, it's time to take action and really make those words stick. Here's your daily challenge. Every day, pick one new word. Don't just learn the word and move on. Make it part of your life. The key is to use it actively. So, here's what you're going to do. Pick that one word and create 3 full sentences using it. The more real and personal the sentences, the better. Don't just repeat the word, make it part of your day. Use it in conversations, write it in a message to a friend, or even speak it out loud to yourself. Imagine you've just learned the word charge. Now, create 3 sentences. Maybe you'll say, I need to charge my phone before I leave the house. Or, I charged my laptop overnight for work. And maybe, can I charge my phone here? It's as simple as that. But here's the trick. The more you use the word, the faster it becomes part of your everyday vocabulary. Your brain will start to recognize it as something real, something connected to your life. You see, learning doesn't stop with the first sentence. The more you use a word in real situations, the more it will stick in your memory. You'll go from memorizing a word to actually. Now, don't forget the second part of the challenge. Practice makes perfect. Say the new word in the morning, say it again in the evening, and use it throughout your day. If you want to really make it stick, repeat the word in the context of different situations. The more you see it, say it, and use it, the less likely you are to forget it. Here's the thing. When you see a word just once in a textbook or hear it once in a class, it might not stay in your brain for long. But if you keep saying it, keep using it, it becomes a permanent part of your English vocabulary. It's like working out a muscle. You keep exercising it, and it gets stronger every day. So, starting today, make it your goal to pick one new word every day. Practice it in real situations. Speak it, write it, use it, and make it your own. Trust me, if you stick to this daily challenge, you'll start noticing your vocabulary growing faster than you ever thought possible. So, there you have it. We've covered some powerful techniques that will help you remember English words for good, from using words in real sentences to making them personal and visualizing them in your mind. These methods are designed to make words stick and become part of your everyday English. And remember, the real magic happens when you start using these words daily. That's why your daily challenge is so important. By making it a habit to actively use one new word every day, you'll notice your vocabulary expanding faster than ever before. Don't forget, the key to mastering English is consistent practice. The more you practice, the easier it gets. So, say your new word in the morning, use it throughout your day, and repeat it in the evening. Every time you do this, you're strengthening your memory and building a strong foundation of English vocabulary. And, as always, keep practicing. Keep learning. The more you immerse yourself in the language, the more confident and fluent you'll become. You've got this. If you found today's tips helpful, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Speak Up English for more tips and tricks to improve your English.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep practicing and keep believing in yourself. You're on your way to mastering English.